Hey everybody, welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob. We're here for some more Age of Wonders Planetfall. I want to begin this episode by going through your comments as I usually do. I want to start with Wolfgang Mate and Chris Lighthawk clearing up some confusion from what I said about how fast movement works in this game. So fast movement is actually something in this game that is not a unit ability, and that's what had me confused. It's not actually displayed on the unit anywhere. But if I look up fast movement in here, well actually let me just look up fast, there we go. It's actually classified as movement : fast, which also makes it confusing to find. But as you can see, unlike steadfast, which is listed as a unit ability, fast movement is a game concept, and it simply says a unit with fast movement has 40 move points and 4 hexes to sprint. So that means basically that as opposed to a normal unit, let me find somebody who's on the ground here, like the exemplar here. So he's got a standard 32 movement, which is normal for most land units. The fast movement ability, which you're not going to be able to see it on these guys right now because right now they're embarked, so their movement's only listed at 24. But when they're on land, they have 40. So these guys do have fast movement, which means the Exo Enhanced Limb Augments mod doesn't actually benefit them at all in terms of their movement speed. Anyway, it'll still give them the kinetic resistance and the shield or the armor, but it won't actually help them move any faster. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I didn't actually ever realize that until you guys pointed it out to me, but it's just strange how it's listed in this game. So yeah, basically units have either 32 movement or 40 movement. If they have 40 on land, then it's considered fast movement. I think the same could be applicable to air units too, as I think most of my air units, let me just check Artis here for example. He's got 40. That's a bad example. Artis has 40, but Artis also has one of those, well actually we can just look that up here. So we can go to skill points, learned. Artis has Trailblazer, which gives him fast movement. But like a normal paladin or a normal champion would only move 32 in the air, which I'll be talking about them actually in a little more detail pretty soon. Next up from Nick McNamara, remember the Kiriko have Agile Overwatch? Basically that means they can move any number of spaces into the blue zones beyond like the normal green zone that's right next to them and still set up a fully powered Overwatch attack. I have some of those, or I have one of those guys down here. So yeah, that is worth remembering. They've got that, so it's something I could see myself forgetting they have pretty easily. From Chris Lighthawk, exemplars can jump in glaive mode, meaning there's really no need for a jetpack. I think I was talking about how useful it would be for exemplars to be able to jump, use a jetpack to get into the middle of battle, especially I was fighting some void ringers that were on top of a hill. But in glaive mode, they actually can just jump, so yes. Now with a jetpack, they could jump twice. I don't know how much utility that would have. I think that if you're moving forward properly with your army, that's not something you should really need. But it's an option if that's something you're interested in doing. From Chris, that was from Chris Lighthawk. From Athena Tenno, just a whole bunch of feedback. Most of it's coming from Athena this week. For one thing, I think I was talking about food sectors in cities. Basically, what Athena was saying is that food sectors are still good for large cities because more population can still fill more slots, and perhaps more importantly because community wellness centers can trigger massive amounts of happiness events, which is a building you can build in those places once they're leveled up. Now, I noticed that, I think I'm working on, I still need to get the community wellness center and food development too, and I think that's what triggered this conversation. But yeah, that gives, at level 5, happiness events require half as much, or 50% less happiness, and events generate plus 150% of the resources bonus that a happiness event would get. So there's this idea in this game, this concept, I've heard people talk about it as a happiness economy, where you build a community wellness center in like every city that you possibly can, and then just make your people as happy as possible, and they're just constantly triggering happiness bonus events, and you can just really get a ton of extra income that way. And the nice thing about these events is that these are guaranteed, I believe. Let me see if I can find, I don't know if I'm looking at the right place. to see this, but somewhere in here you can see, yeah, okay, there it is. Events trigger on a guaranteed timescale. It's not like Age of Wonders 3 where it's random. So it's actually something that you can literally plan your economy around if that's the way you're going to do it. Now, a lot of my cities are desert and stuff, so I don't really have a lot of, I can count maybe 3 is what I'm seeing, here, here, and here. I think I only have 3 of those structures. My economy is just not set up well for food. I could change that if I wanted to with the Amazon tech that I have, Arcadian Restoration, but I don't think I'm going to mess around too much with it in this game, just for the sake of time. But it's worth mentioning, and I probably do need to build community wellness centers in at least a couple of these cities. I kind of think I still want this Amazon city here to be a food production and just shovel food to other cities, but we'll see how things turn out. A big thing from Athena Tenno that I did not realize, Cosmite units, Tier 4 units have Cosmite upkeep. This is something I did not know, but if you look at the exemplar, you can see very clearly here, there's 2 Cosmite upkeep per turn plus the 11 energy per turn. That is something that I never really realized, and I want to check something because in Allura Archives I have whatever that building is that you get for the, what is it called? It comes along, well, okay, no, never mind. I don't have that here. I think I have one in the Kirko. I'm looking for the Research Center Military, Cosmite Amplification Lab. Yeah, so that, okay, never mind. I was thinking that reduced Cosmite upkeep for units, but no, it is just, it gives units resistance to status effects. By the way, I think I want one of those. Yeah, I want one of those there. So yeah, I didn't realize that. Now, Tier 3 units do not have Cosmite upkeep at all, as far as I know. So I think what the game developers did, yeah, see, the Excavator tank doesn't have any, the Aegis tank doesn't have any. So yeah, it's just the T4s, because the this guy has it too. I think what the intended purpose of that is to keep people from doing too much T4 unit spam towards the end of the game. You can still do a lot with a good amount of Cosmite, but the more of these guys, these exemplars I build, the more I lower my overall Cosmite income rate, which hinders my ability to build other units that require Cosmite too. So what I think I'm going to do is have a shift here. I built several exemplars, but I'm going to be starting to make some, or a lot actually, of Paladin Champions, which is a unit I just sort of almost skipped right over because I had a bunch of heroes in the champion mechs and they were doing well enough for me. But I think it's time for me to set up a actual good modding kit for these guys. Now, what I've decided on, at least for now, is the Arc Impact module, the interlocking armor, and the stun module. The reason that I'm getting interlocking armor on these guys is because their defense mode, Indomitable Champion, can be canceled if the unit is staggered. And that's a really good defense mode, so I don't want to lose that. That's a major part of how you kind of play these guys. The Arc Impact module I still want for their initial jump-in attack. That's primarily what they're really good at, is that initial jump-in attack that they can do, the Storm Discharge, and then the stun module following up after that. So I think these is a good kit for these guys. I might reconsider once I get the last Arc Weapons mod whether I want to swap. I'm thinking about swapping the Impact module for thinking about swapping that for whatever the Positron Discharge Shield, I think, which makes units 25% more difficult to hit. Let me save that template because I want to look this up now that I make sure I'm giving correct information here. The Positron Discharge Shield. I was looking at this and thinking it was, yeah, it makes it 25% harder to hit the unit with range attacks, which in my opinion is particularly good on flying units since there's a lot of melee attacks that can't hit flying units anyway. In fact, most melee attacks can't hit flying units. So this mod is good for units in general, but I think it's better for flying units. So I'm probably going to want to put that on those guys, probably in exchange for the stagger one, because they're still going to have high impact regardless. So I think that's probably what I'll do with them. But for now, I want to finish what I'm currently working on with the Supreme Communion thing. I'll get the that last architect probably after that. Okay, moving on, we've got the Vanguard Gun Ships. Oh, I was talking about building. Probably not going to build those now. They're just really inferior to the champions in every way. It's a tier 2 versus a tier 3. They're a lot classier. They're good. I still think they're fun flying units to use, in part because I just think they look really cool, but I don't see a good reason to build any. So I'll probably will build something else in these Vanguard cities instead when they're all upgraded. Possibly some of their walkers. Athena did mention that the walkers may, because I've already got Paragon walkers and said that Vanguard walkers might not really have good mod synergy with me. The Paragons don't either, though, to be fair. Now, I think they are using at least one mod that... where are my Paragon guys? That would be good to know. I think they are using at least one mod that... Okay, infantry and battlesuit units. So, I wouldn't be able to make use of combat protocol implants. And... I don't know that overcharge or augment wouldn't matter for them, but I still think there's other mods I could get for them that would be useful. If nothing else, Beacon of Hope, which is something else Athena mentioned. I need to throw Beacon of Hope on more units. I unlocked it and kind of never did anything with it. So I think the units that are the prime candidates for it are really like these units that provide shields on defense mode. Just to have them stand nearby or sit nearby with their shields up, constantly generating health, which is what Beacon of Hope does. And so what I think I'm going to do is give that to... I think I've got Oath of Purity on this guy. What did I give? Aztec Protector Incarnation. Discharge. Gain +2 shields. Okay. It's another defensive operation thing, I think. And I'm sure I put that on them because to get them stagger immune. So yeah, what I'm going to do is swap Beacon of Hope on this guy for that. And I'll mod all the equivalent units. I don't know where the other one is off the top of my head. I think this tank is a good candidate for it. Possibly we'll get rid of... Yeah, see, I don't see this guy being... Melee attacks need stagger impact and can apply concussion plus 30% increased damage on all abilities. I think I'm going to get rid of that incendiary one. I mean, it's just a tier 1 mod. I think Beacon of Hope... I'm really using these guys more as like a... Well, actually, I've been ramming things with this tank a lot, but I think I'm going to put Beacon of Hope on that too. Where is it? There it is. So I'll mod him. And I'm going to also mod these guys here. These ones are a little bit harder to decide, but I think I'm going to get rid of the static build-up module on them. We'll keep the Arc Retaliation Defense and the Arc Impact. Might switch the Arc Impact for a stun later, but for the most part, I think... Actually, you know what I'm going to do with these guys? Let's see, they've got Arc Weakness, right? So... I'm going to mod them twice. These guys are going to be exclusively, like, defenders from now on. Just support units and healers for the rest of my army. So yes, we're going to swap that for Beacon of Hope, and we're also going to swap... Well, actually, let me make sure I'm doing this right, because that's a tier 1 offensive mod. This is a tier 2. So I'll swap the tier 2 for the tier 3, which saves me some Cosmite cost. And then I'll swap the tier 1 for just another tier 1, specifically the Grounding Harness, for that extra stagger resistance to make them immune to being stagger, and to make up for some of their arc weakness. So I'm going to mod equivalent units there. And there, we've got basically healers all over the place. Now, the thing is, I have 3 of them combined into this one army, so I need to reshuffle my armies a bit and get them spread out. But that's something I can do in the coming turns. So, really good, thanks to Athena for reminding me to do that. Also, let's see, 2 last things from Athena. There's an operations overview on the world map, which makes it much easier to see which of my colonies have defensive ops. That's simple as zooming out and doing this. You can actually see the little Paladin Protector Program symbol. And I already checked and looked, but it is under all of my cities, so I've got that everywhere. So I don't need to worry about that right now, but just in case anyone was interested, that's where that is. And finally, the last suggestion was to make use of the Therian Chemist. So I had a look, and I'm going to go back into diplomacy menu because I think I'm going to buy one of these now. But if you go to the Therians, which are going to be here, and get the chemist, I'll just buy one. I already know I'm going to, so I'll just buy it now. And he's got a bunch of extra benefits from the capital. He's coming out of the gates with 9 armor on this little squirrel guy. So they've got the Bio Acorn and the Slowing Acorn, both really good at messing around with the enemy unit, and it's really nice because they each have a cooldown of 1, so they can just alternate between throwing those 2 grenades every turn. But they also have the Healing Acorn, which is an AoE heal, which is really cool, and the Resistance Acorn, which is an AoE damage resistance. So basically, that has a cooldown of 2. But if you cycle this right, the only one they can only use once per battle is the Healing Acorn. But if you cycle this right, you can pretty much just be constantly throwing other grenades. And then there's all that other stuff that I got them. Now, I do need to give them some mods. And I think I'm going to... Let's see. I don't really want them to get staggered. So I'm thinking about giving them some armor for some stagger resistance. And probably a jetpack for mobility, possibly. Just maybe cheaper mods on these guys, because I'm going to be using them in more of a support role. So I'll give them interlocking armor. Actually, you know what? Let's close that. They have so much armor. I'm going to probably give them the grounding harness instead. That'll give them some shields. Nope, wait. No, they do both give armor. Okay, for some reason I was thinking the grounding harness gave shields instead. But apparently they do both give armor. Yeah, okay, I'll give it interlocking armor because I think kinetic damage is generally more common than arc is. Thinking about possibly a jetpack on these guys, but they have... Okay, they've got 32 movement, but they don't really need to get that close. They can throw the grenade over stuff, so I don't know that positioning and the jetpack is going to be quite as important for them. I wouldn't mind the regenerative bioregulator on them. That could be fun, just to have some defense. They don't need most of these other things. Beacon of Hope might be fun on them if I'm using them in a support role. What else could I possibly do here? Time Thread Data Scrolls. That's the one that gives them precognition. I don't anticipate they'll be taking a lot of hits, but I think I might just give them Beacon of Hope and just turn them into a really powerful little healing guy. Yeah, sure, why not? Supportive, I think that's probably a good apt description of these things. Now, there are some Therian mods I might swap out for some of those later on. There's some really good mods for Therian units, so I might change that up a bit later, but for now, that's good enough for the little guy. We'll check that off. And I think that's it. That's all the comments for this week of episodes. So we can just carry on right through and play some Age of Wonders here. So I'm going to kind of check up on all my units. I've got people set up pretty much where I want them, I think, in most of these places. We're letting those guys come to me. So guard with the snipers. I wanted to get... Oh, you know what? There was one more unit I was going to give Beacon of Hope to, and that is... I think somebody in my leader's army needs it. The Technoprophet has a tendency to just sit around or near my other units and not really do anything offensively other than summoning stuff. I was thinking about giving it to him, but then I got to thinking he does have a really good, very powerful attack, so I think I want him to, and he's actually one of the better range units I have in this army. I might actually put it on the Augur, since the Augur's traditionally kind of more of a support unit anyway with these curse abilities and stuff. So basically just need to decide which of these I don't want. One applies slow movement, one applies atrophy, and one is the energy drain one, which I kind of want him to keep, I think. Well, maybe not, because it gives him essence focus, which boosts his accuracy, but that doesn't really matter in most situations. I think I'd rather keep the debuffs and give him Beacon of Hope. I think that's what I'm going to do. And just like that, all the Cosmite I had is gone. So I was going to build a Paladin Champion in the Lore Archives, but I guess we're going to just leave that on research for now. And Lana let my Cosmite build up for a while here. We'll save that there. And I think that's it for this turn. So hopefully I'm in a little bit better shape now than I was before all your feedback. I really appreciate the reminders about Beacon of Hope. I spent all game researching these really cool technologies to get these really cool mods, and then I forget to apply them because, you know, I'm trying to move too fast. But, okay, what do we got here? High risk battle. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to get this right back, but we'll do auto. Marauder attack me and one. Well, you know what? We just can't have that. We just can't have that. I'm going to use ops. I have plenty of energy, so I'm going to use some strategic ops to win this one. Alright, these guys have defense mode submerge, manipulate water. That's what I want to do. Because there's this nice choke point here. And I think I'm going to make use of that. I might wait a turn, though. Let him get a little closer. How long does that last for? For 2 turns. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to wait in defense mode. Let him get a little closer.
Operations available.
And get just close enough to get manipulate water where I want it, which is going to be right here and right here. All right, come through that, please. Also, I'm going to zap them because I just think Arc Discharge is nice for these battles, cheap, and does damage to everybody in a combined little group. Free damage. Okay. Now I'm going to hit them with something a little more powerful, now that they've all let their guard down. We're going to hit them with the big pulse. Yeah, that's this one, whatever that's called. Oh, wait, no, hang on. I forgot. I thought I had a bigger AoE for electric damage. Maybe not. I do have Primal Override, though. Hang on. No, it doesn't work on any of them. Butterfly effect. That's a fun one. Fatalism and adversity that can jump to nearby units. What are my odds of killing one of these things, like right now? If we focus fire one, this guy's accuracy is just kind of bad. I'm gonna see how close I can get this one to death. Not close enough. I'm going to do this. Just do another Arc Discharge to damage everyone, and I just want to make sure I kill something. That way he could graze one of these and still get the kill. Or he could graze all 3 of them and not get the kill. Friggin' 75%. Alright, well they haven't killed anything yet either, so I guess that's okay. I'm just gonna do another Arc Discharge because that'll kill one and then I can fire the other. And it'll keep costs down for this battle. I think I want him to attack. He's got a lower chance to hit anyway, so he'll take that retaliation hit.
As the Oracle foretold.
I'll take a graze there. He'll sink that one. That's fine. Then blinded or something? He's blinded. Yeah, blighted. I don't think I need any more ops for this. Okay, now maybe I do. Alright, we'll bring out the Pulse Disruption Lance. If we must. Should be able to finish it now. There we go.
Forces are victorious.
Yeah, spend a little money there, but I've got money, so it's all good. Really wouldn't mind having better infrastructure there. Okay, the Voidbringers are attacking. Now I'm gonna try to let this one run on auto, because it's a low-risk battle, and I've got a lot of militia in there, so as long as none of them... Now I lost my siphoner, dang it. Can't have that. He's gonna pick somebody off. Wonder if... I think these armies should also disband if I kill the Voidbringer. Although I'm sure that those two will probably stay in the back. At least they can't, as far as I know, spawn units in. Holy crap, like I can't even see anything. The bloom effects. Oh, it's because of the Veil of Tranquility. Okay, wow, everything is too shiny. Okay, well, I'm gonna stick with the plan here. This guy has no mods. He's actually... Is he the free protector I got, or is he just the one that's modding? This is the one that's modding. This is the free one from the protector program, I think. It doesn't classify him as a militia because he's not really a colony militia. These guys are the militia. I'm gonna keep the snipers actually kind of back behind these bunkers, I think. Well, no, I'll keep at least one back, but I want one forward, actually sniping things. I mean, I have snipers to snipe, so... Oh, you know what I can do is I can move this Kirko up here, and since he's got Agile Overwatch, there we go. Set that up. And we'll get this guy... Can I still move him now? Okay. I'm gonna move him here and move this one there. He'll get his shield up on the next turn. And then of course I've got my big exemplar dude who is going to go probably front and center. I don't see a reason why not to. Artists on the flank, siphoners in the back to do the recharge things that they do. And I think meat shields up front. Where's militia? I'll move the sniper out of the way and get these guys forward next. All right, this works for me for now. We'll just let them come and see what happens. I can't see anything.
Operations available.
Right. Okay, Kirko can take a crack shot at something here. You know what? Let's stick with the Overwatch though. Alright, I'm gonna put these guys here on Overwatch like that. I'm gonna put the Kirko and the bunker also on Overwatch. And then I'm gonna put this protector here and put shields up for those guys. This Therian is okay here, I think. Those Kirko might be able to snipe something, but I'm gonna count on me being on the walls, giving me an advantage. I want this bike up in the front. I anticipate it will get itself killed. Same thing with him, and that's okay. Question is, where do I want this sniper here? I think I actually do want him a bit more forward, possibly here. Got my gunship. That's got that missile launcher, and I wouldn't mind Well, we'll wait until they bunch up a little more. For now, I'm going to kind of be a little more cautious with them. But I think for now, Artists can go here and defend. Bring it on. I should not need to use tactical ops to avoid losing anything here. Okay, they're going to fire some artillery at me, okay. Triggering some of my Overwatch. Alright, I think I can start blowing crap up. Which is always a good time. I would love to just jump Artists right in the middle of everything out there, but I don't think Storm Discharge will reach that. Oh, it will reach that far. Holy crap, that's got some range to it. Question is, can I support him if I choose to do that? I probably can. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Storm Discharge out there, stagger all sorts of stuff, do some damage, and I've still got my ops if I need them, but for now we're going to put him into Indomitable Champion mode, so he's harder to deal with, and he's still got his precog. Alright. Wow, the measly amount of damage those unupgraded soldiers do is sad. Okay, I can stagger that one. Good shot there. And as for these guys that are a little closer to me, I'm not sure if I want the mode switch to glaive as a free action and gives that guy the ability to jump. Now might be when I want to use that. I think for starters, I'm going to move this thing forward because I want to be a bit more reckless with it. And it's got that AoE, so I think I'm going to try to make use of that. This person, I think, is stunned for a turn, so don't need to worry about her. I'm just going to do this. And if they kill that bike, that's okay. Alright, Kirko snipers can probably hit the pustule, but I think I'm going to use a grenade for that instead. In part because I also want to blow up that cover. Okay, I'm going to move him out. Move foot soldier guy here. Okay, there we go, their cover's gone. And he's got a melee attack, so can pretty easily stagger that thing. And let's see, how much range do they have on their devotion ability? It's not a lot. I should have had them move up with Artists, but that's okay. I think they might be able to use them in conjunction with this guy instead. I would really love to kill that thing. Alright, for now I'm gonna move this guy towards Artists. Oh yeah, I got my Kirko guys have the jetpack too, and the Shrouded Step ability, but that only leaves 1 point, so it's not good if I'm planning on doing a full shot. I think what I'm gonna do is move them here and have them just get a nice, well, they had a better shot on it from, how did they have a better shot on it from way up there? That's strange. I'm gonna try to see, you know what? Here's what I could do. I really hate those guys. Just target him. There. Now at least people should be able to hit him. That ain't much damage, but that's probably what I'm gonna have him do, is just shoot that thing. Okay. You still can't hit him. more of a healer, I guess. Might just have him shoot that just to deal damage, and he missed, okay. You know what? Kill that stupid little thing.
Enemy eliminated.
Nice shot. I think I'm gonna have to wish these guys had a jetpack right now. I really want them to be able to hit. Really want them to be able to hit that thing. Because I have other plans for these units. How much is the range on that again? Good enough, I think. Okay. So I need you to move forward with this guy. I'm going to go ahead and spend the tactical op points just to frickin' kill that. I still can't kill him. You know what? He can do whatever he wants back there. He's not going to kill anything. I think what I want to do is focus more on this group of units here. So I might do that AoE entropic decay thing, or possibly deploy a Valkyrie. I just want to make sure these guys can't hurt Artist too bad in retaliation. I can stagger. Actually, I'll do that. I'll stagger the Voidbringers. And then this guy can mode switch to Glaive. Which... oh... that's a single action, but he's got no action points left after doing the mode switch. Okay. Well, that's okay. That's why this guy is here. So... I think right here looks good. Or... what's this do? Onslaught. That works on a single enemy. I think the jump here is the better option. There we go, and I managed to stun another unit. It's difficult to see anything in there. And I may as well just dish out some damage with these guys. It ain't much, but it's something. And to charge this paladin forward. Okay, that is it. So, what can you guys do in retaliation? Ouch.
Unit destroyed.
Did they destroy? Oh, they destroyed the, that's fine. It was just the pug. Just a colony militia. Okay, now you guys can just, have fun over here, I guess. Who wants to hit what? There we go. I knew his ability could hit multiple units in kind of an area, so I'm gonna do that. That's so nice.
Enemy destroyed.
Have Artist go after the thing that flies.
The predicted outcome.
And I think that ends the battle, actually. Yep. That's much better. Keep that Siphoner alive. Okay, Cassington has an unexploited sector. That would be the hydro exploitation I just picked up, so we'll deal with that. And I want my leader's army headed this way. And I think having got the one exemplar down there, I'm going to end up splitting these guys up, probably one per army as well. So this one is going to go up north and join one of those armies up there for the time being. Because I think this group of defenders here is more than adequate to deal with whatever they throw at me. Actually, though, those other guys are just going to end up coming back down this way anyway for the final assault on this group. So you know what? I'm just going to bring him back. Just bring him back down. split off. I think I might split that other sniper off and add... Yeah, I'm gonna split that sniper off and add the other big guy to the main A-team stack here. Okay, that's fine. Don't remember... Oh yeah, I picked that unit up from after a battle. I just want to get him in the water. I think I did embark him already. Yeah. This is the only army that may not take part in that final battle. They're so far away now that I think I'm just going to let them kind of keep exploring and doing their thing. Oh yeah, that was where I had the other tank, and now I have a beacon of hope around him. Okay, cool. Now that I think of it, this guy kind of needs it too. I could have 2 beacon of hope things in the same army, because I've been using him in a very similar way. He provides some passive healing, so adding beacon of hope to that would be even better. For now, though, I have a civil law benefits center to clear, and let's see what we're up against. Risky battle, there's a Medusa in here. This could be fun. Okay, manual combat. I think this army's up to the challenge. Just gotta watch out for those mind control abilities. Particularly these guys, and then I think the Medusa herself has some, if I remember correctly. So let's take a look. You got Mind Warp, that's just an attack, but it does have a lot of debuffs associated with it, and it's psionic, which is not great. In fact, psionic is probably one of the things I'm weakest to here. Nurturing Bond. It actually doesn't have any mind control abilities of its own. It's these ones that I need to worry about in that regard. That Enticing Bond. We don't want that, and we definitely don't want to get impregnated. So I will be using Tactical Ops for this one. So let's move that Aegis tank forward, get everyone's shields up, and establish a little defensive perimeter here. And I do fully intend to do the same strat with the Fanatic that I did last time around. Oh, really?
Operations available.
They had that mod that gives them extra range. Okay, I think I can solve this problem, though, with stuns. Let's see, they successfully captivated 2 units. So, let's see if I can arc discharge to get rid of that. Yep, there we go. You knock that off. And we'll move forward a bit more. I want to actually move him here, so he's healing everybody. I could come in with some big AoEs, but given all the shields, I don't think I'm really that worried about it. I just need to kind of get them to charge. Like that. Ow! Oh, ow! It's that psionic damage going right through that armor. Okay. Gonna have to be more careful with her. Alright, the Malictor's gonna come in big here. I think I like that shot. Not this shot. That one better. Because not great odds to do any debuffs, though. Okay, I need to start picking people off, and she's going to need to back off. Unfortunately, one of the problems I'm going to run into is this attack, that Expedite Doom. Oh, that can work on air units, but it's not going to actually do anything. Well, let me close. That might be the time to use it. I think it will still work, so I want to make sure I do this right. Phase first, and then test something, because I want to make sure that this Scramble Destiny, it does work on ground units, does not work on air. Crap. And it could hurt my own guys, so Fanatic is unfortunately not going to be as useful for this battle. But it is still probably better on that ground unit anyway. I just need to get him... Okay, so I'm going to do something a little risky with this guy. Scramble Destiny is a huge area that it covers, and technically it could get the Medusa too. So I'm going to jetpack him or the Medusa. We're going to risk this guy for everybody else, I think. I need to know exactly what the range is on that. Scramble Destiny is 1, 2, 3 away from him. So from this tile, he could get 1, 2, 3 to the Medusa, 1, 2, 3 to that. So that's where he needs to be. So we'll jetpack jump him right there. And now it's a matter of making sure my other units aren't in the line of sight, which they are not, so Scramble Destiny, and then Expedite Doom. Does it have a... Expedite Doom does not have the range to do that. Okay, well then, in that case, we'll just use Expedite Doom here. We've got a 53% chance to kill that, and we'll do heavy damage. Okay, unfortunately, he did resist that. Alright, then what comes next? I think the Malictor comes next. That did fortunately make everybody a lot easier to hit. Well, make some people a lot easier to hit. I'm gonna move him a little bit. Just here. That clears up some shots, I think. No, not really. I kind of want him to shoot that because I want to get that frickin' siren out of the way. It's more of a question of, can I kill it with something else? The answer is probably that. I could get him 65% chance to hit him 3 times, get him down quite a bit. Tank can always shoot. Plus I've got the missile on this guy. And he can overcharge himself too. I think I'm going to kind of go for the gold here. I'm going to try to kill this one using other means. Okay. It's not the worst thing that could have happened. It's also not the best. Because I really want him to shoot here. Actually, I want him to shoot there. In fact, I'm just going to have him shoot there now.
Enemy annihilated.
I'm going to have to ignore that guy for now. And I think I want to leave this thing on defense mode, shields up. Where I end up putting him is going to depend partly on... You know what, I'm going to overcharge this guy now. I need the extra damage on that attack, and I really need him to finish that thing off. So... We're gonna move him forward. Keep that thing in the middle, relying on healing. And he can actually fire a missile first, which can stagger both of those units back there. And then get a 65% chance to kill him.
Enemy
Okay.
annihilated.
That's not bad. It shields up on him. And I need her just out, away. The rest of that army, I think, will be okay. I want to back her off. Not losing her. She was electrified too. No, don't kill that thing. Yeah, they sniped. Crap. Alright. That sucks because that was a source of healing, but so is this guy, so make use of him. I would have been more upset if I lost the Malictor, I think. Alright, I'm going to use him I'm gonna move this guy here for the shields. And I still am more concerned about this crap over here.
As the Oracle foretold.
I think you can... Oh, well, now you can't. I don't know why it was saying he could handle that. Let's just get this thing off of me. We'll have to worry about that other guy later.
As the Oracle foretold.
Keep those shields up. You stay back there. Alright, neither of them actually have any Overwatch, melee Overwatch apparently, so I think I'm just going to leave and use the missile. One of them, some cover. The Malictor can kind of hit everybody here.
Enemy killed.
And then it's everyone versus that thing. You stay with those shields up, please. And you just stay there. Yep, too many shields for you, I'm afraid. Oh, I forgot the Malictor had that essence focus the whole time I could have been using. Well, unfortunately, I lost a prime Plague Lord in that, but we did clear that pretty powerful structure and got a nice, a pretty nice sidearm out of it. I'll take that reward. That sidearm might be handy for one of my heroes. Why do we not have... Is there an option to quickly switch from hero to hero in this game like there was in Age of Wonders 3? Because I don't see one, and that would be really handy to have. Like, I know I can go to military overview and just do it this way, but it would be pretty handy to have a different way of doing this. Who could really use a sidearm? Possibly her. She's got a Sci-Tech grenade, but I think that broken mind thing would be better. I'm gonna give her that. Okay. Well, I guess since those guys died, that Plague Lord died, then may as well turn that thing around and come back to hang out with this group. There's still a lot of stuff to kill over here, but that's also the edge of the continent, so I might produce one more Vanguard settler and just pop another city down over here and then call it good. Alright, anyway, back to what these guys were doing. Which is pretty much just sailing north. Click and turn on all of them, and keep moving robots down this way. Although now that that other thing died, I kind of want to send him up. Do I have a mod template for these guys? I have a couple. The Arc Retaliation Defense, the Shock Trap. I should probably mod him with one of those. I think the Jetpack, probably. I generally prefer. And it's just funny. Alright, we'll mod him that way. And I'm actually going to turn him around now because now that army I have in the northwest could use the backup. I'm going to use these boats to clear this. And actually, they can probably just go back and defend Friendship Cove. And you guys should be able... Okay, you should be able to handle that, I would think. Allow them to... You know what? I'm going to allow them to retreat. good guy points. Which I can use, actually. Voidbringer spawner landed somewhere that I totally don't care about. I can now infiltrate Operations Center. I probably should try to do that. I'm going to try it against login. Operation not detected. Okay. Cool. Discovered a personality trait. He's a mercantile. Login is more peaceful and cooperative, focusing his empire on production and energy. Okay. That does not seem accurate based on his behavior, but whatever. Now that I've infiltrated his operations center,
Operations primed and
try
ready.
to do fancy stuff like stealing his maps. Okay, well, he knows I did it, but data on a bunch of map cells collected, but yet I can't see. What is all this speckled crap on the map everywhere? Is that like... I don't know what all that is. It seems like it said data on a bunch of map cells collected, but maybe I should have stopped to actually read that. Let me try stealing maps again. I'll try that on the next turn. Huh. Okay. Oh, Operation Ready, Arcadian Restoration. I can do that over here. Clean up North Watch. There we go, all happy and green, yay. I probably need to prime that as well. I have lots of stuff I need to prime. Arcadian Restoration, where are you? That's an expensive op. Oh wait, no, Clone Predator. Never mind, Arcadian Restoration isn't quite that much. What is Clone Predator? Summon's a powerful predator. Okay, it's a summon. Okay, cool. Start priming that. And how is Tronton going? I don't believe I need that production sector. It's doing well otherwise. I guess probably should make that Vanguard colonizer I was talking about a second ago. Why not? Got a place where we will shortly have a place for it up here, I should say. It's just a question of which cell do I want to put it on. Probably up here, I think. Spread it out a little more, be closer to that food and the water, which will be nice for a city out here in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I think that's probably where I'll put it. Production for Rostenburg. I think this one could use the production sector upgrades. Yeah, it needs 2 of them. And it can annex another sector. That's great, but Rostenburg is completely locked in, so it will not be annexing any more sectors. It's pretty much there to give me Cosmite. This city, on the other hand, could annex another sector, and actually I just got this one back, so I might do that. What I really want is this, which I'm sure these armies can clear it while they're up in the area, but for now, this will be sufficient. Reputation changed to honorable. Great. And I'm being denounced for paving the way to planetary domination. I just cannot get this guy to chill out. Alright. Whatever. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Or pick a fight with me. Go ahead, if that's what you want to do. I would actually probably kind of enjoy that at this point, because he's annoying me. Where's this large anomalous site that it's telling me to investigate? Is it that one? Oh no, it's across the water. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not interested in going that far out. Alright, well, I think I just move up here. And I'm gonna need to kill that Firestorm missile silo before doing this battle, so... But I guess the time traveling is okay, because these guys needed time to heal anyway. Cosmite Mastery is done. Cosmite Generation Reactor is a colony upgrade.
The best tech requires it. Now that we've achieved Cosmite Mastery, it's time to purge society of
Cosmite
the
Catalyst.
lies, misconceptions, and cults surrounding
Does this also give me the input? Oh yeah, that's what it is.
It's time to use it without fear.
Yep, global
Thoric
Cosmite
Vesta,
income increased by 10%.
CEO
Okay,
of
cool.
Cosmite Extraction Industries.
So, close that. I should have just gone to select new research, but okay, Cosmite Mastery is done. I think I want food development now. It's been too long. Okay, so I got algae, or I'm not sure what I did in... No, wait, I want the other water exploitation first. I've got... No, maybe I want the wildlife reserve, actually. How's the colony distribution looking? I think I want that wildlife reserve. And then we'll do water sector upgrade. That city's got so much stuff to do. I'm just gonna let it go for now. Where does this teleporter go? I forget. It goes over there, okay. Good to know. That's my ally over there. Well, not my ally, my neighbor. Let's keep moving forward with these guys on the next turn. I can finally clear that. This might be too much of an army for what I'm doing. What I'm using it for. I'm not really sure. I just sort of overcompensated with 3 armies here for some reason, and I'm not sure why. Alright, we'll get the chemist in there with those guys. It looks like they're sending another stack at me, but now there's an extra exemplar in there, so if they want to keep throwing stuff at me and feeding me XP, I guess that's okay. This guy is gonna just keep going back. Although, you know what? I'm gonna leave him. Oh no, now we've got ships showing up. Let's see, how far can they go? I'm gonna put him here for now. Keep sending the robot back and we can get... Oh crap, that's... Yeah, I don't have open borders, that's right. Alright, fine, go around. Actually, I guess these guys would be more useful on those other structures, wouldn't they? In fact, they might be able to clear that with the help of... Yeah, it's a tier 2 versus 2 tier... 3 tier 2s versus 2 tier 3s. I bet I could clear that. And I could even throw in the Oath mods, too. Like the Beacon of Hope. I'm going to do that, actually, on both of those guys. I built these ships, may as well make them useful. See, these guys are going to come in and try to ruin my fun. We can't be having that crap. This should be a very easy win. Who flies? You fly? Go for it. Let's auto this. Easy. And go after their base. Which shouldn't be any trouble. Although, I might go for that. Get that little bit of research down here that's on the corner first. Honestly, I probably should have done those battles in manual because this guy still needs help. I wanted to have him just sit by the... I almost said the Illuminati Aegis tank. But this is okay. We'll leave them there for now. Superb Communion is done, which gives me access to Oracle's guidance, which is something I need to work on soon. I'm going to get Positron technology, but I want to activate or at least start researching Oracle's guidance. because I really want that active in my capital for the extra production and the fact that it gives units produced an extra 2 ranks right out of the gate. Arcadian Restoration is ready. I don't think I need... Wait, yes I do. I actually need to cast that on this sector here. Let's do that before I forget. And we're just going to have this random nice green place with a giant scar in the middle of everything else. And I'm not really sure what the... It's a River Arcadian sector base. Okay, so what I can do here is... so I really like these Amazon abilities to do what I'm doing here. So I can now... I mean, that's working on something, but I'm also going to get rapid reforestation, and I can just completely clean up this mess. But I don't want... I want this one primed first, the Oracle's Guidance. Okay, good. Okay, I got a colonizer truck thing. And I think this area looks clear of that could be a problem, but this far up here, all of you should be okay. Just want to keep him away from that wandering army there and try to get him over here. What is Tronton doing now? It could use an elite military facility, I suppose. Does it have a colony lord? No, it does not. Let's work on that heavy-duty manufacturing plant. And probably advanced military engineering guild, I think. I'm not really sure what I'm going to use Tronton for, actually. We'll just do this for now, but I'm not entirely decided on what I'm going to use Tronton for. Okay, I was trying to wrap up this turn before the end of the episode, but I think I'm just going to have to cut this one off here. So I hope you guys are enjoying. I will be doing 2 more. This is another normal week with 3 episodes, so I'll be doing 2 more after this. And yeah, we'll just carry on with this turn in the next one, because I think I'm roughly about an hour or a little over here. So, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming back in every week to watch these episodes. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Tarsak, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.